yourself into the practice, your mind, your body, your breath. Just a couple of moments, we're not going to be here for long. It's just a nice way to start. Usually we start a yoga class with a restorative or a pose that's just gives you a moment for you nothing to do apart from just thinking about your upcoming practice, bringing your mind, your body into the practice. A couple of breaths, make it a nice deep breath into the belly, a long breath out. And then on the next inhale, we're going to stretch the arms up and over, bring the feet together and all stretch. As you breathe out, bring the knees to the chest, give yourself a hug, a little rock from side to side. And then come into centre. Drop both feet to the floor with the knees bent. Take your right knee over your left knee, snuggle the legs in as close as possible. You can take the arms out shoulder height if you want to. Take an inhale and then drop both knees over to the left. And then may come all the way down, or maybe just a little, about halfway down, which is fine. Try and keep your right shoulder planted on the mat beneath you. Extending both arms if you've got the space. You need to adjust a little bit if you have something like a sofa next to you. And then inhale, come back up to centre. Exhale, switch it around. So take your left knee over your right knee. Snuggle the legs in nice and close, feet close to you. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop both knees over to the right. And then inhale, come back to centre. Take both knees back into the chest, place the hands on top of the knees. And we're going to make big circles with both knees. So you're going to take the knees out to the side, drop them down towards the front of the mat, then bring them together, and then up towards your chin, and then out again. So 2 individual big circles with each knee. And see if you can connect that with the breath. Inhale as you bring them up towards you. Exhale as you drop them down towards the front of the mat. And the next time you have the knees up towards your chest, reverse that flow. So you drop the knees down together and then take them out to the side. Circle them up on the outside and then bring them together. Big circles. Keeping the hands on top of the knees. Make sure you use your core to keep the lower back down towards the floor. You don't have to push it down, but try not to arch through your back. Lovely. And next time the knees are up towards your chin, leave them together. Take the hands behind the knees and a little rock up to seated. Take a cross-legged position, sitting nice and comfortable. If you need a block or a pillow, pop it underneath your hips. It just means that you can elevate your seat and the knees drop down towards the floor a little bit more easily. Close the eyes for a moment, allow the hands to rest onto your knees. And sitting up nice and tall, chin parallel to the floor. We're going to set our intention for the upcoming class. You can work with your own intention, or if you want to, I haven't actually suggested an intention for this week. I think my intention for today is going to be to enjoy whatever it is I'm doing. I think it can be a little bit, we're all cooped up, and sometimes maybe you can get a little bit frustrated, or if you can't do what you want. So, but try and enjoy the little things, or the things that you can do at home. Also in your practice. So if you're coming to a pose that you really don't like, you feel it's uncomfortable, see if you can find anything within that pose that is enjoyable. Sitting with that intention for a moment. coming to our breath, we're going to start breathing deeply down into our belly, letting that breath drop all the way down. Belly expands, that belly button rises away from the spine. That breath expands into the side of the waist, into your rib cage, and all the way up to your collarbones. It's also called a 3-part breath, so you're filling the breath from the bottom into the middle, up to the top, and then a full breath out as you're drawing that breath back out through the nose. So see if you can do a few breaths, nice and slowly, even, and smooth. Just see if you can keep that intention at the forefront of your mind, as well as the breath, always coming back to the breath throughout your practice. On the next inhale, open the eyes. We're going to roll over onto all fours. Actually, no, hold on, sorry, stay back, seated. I'm ahead of myself. Take an inhale. As you exhale, twist to the left. Left fingertips behind, right hand behind your left knee. Keep taking your gaze round to your left shoulder, and then look over the left shoulder. Hold it there. Keep that seat nice and tall, long spine, lifting the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come back to center. Breathing in, sitting tall. Breathing out, twist round to the right. Right fingertips behind, your left hand behind your right knee. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come back to center. We're going to do eagle arms. So we're going to take our right elbow underneath our left elbow, wrap the forearms round, bring the palms together. Take an inhale, lift the elbows, only as far up as feels comfortable for the stretch across your back. You can keep the eyes closed if you want to. Keeping the eyes closed keeps everything a little bit more drawn in towards you. Come back to that breath. Feel that breath expanding across your back, on top of your shoulders. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly unwrap. Hands to the knees. Big shoulder roll forward, up and down. Couple of times, and then going the other way. Coming back to center, take your left elbow underneath your right elbow, wrapping the forearms around each other, palms together, and it may be okay just to stay there. If you want to, just experiment maybe with lifting the elbows up a little bit higher, a little bit lower, and then rest them where it feels you're getting a nice stretch across your back. Take an inhale. As you exhale, unwrap the arms. Hands back to the knees. Cut the shoulder rolls forward, nice and slow, big rolls. And then going the other way. Very nice. Rolling forward onto all fours. Shuffle back a little bit on your mat. If you're right at the front like me. Coming into our cat and cow. Hands are underneath the shoulders, pressing the fingers down. Spread the fingers and then pressing the palms down into the mat. The knees are hip width apart, toes are lengthening to the back of the mat. Take an inhale. As you breathe in, lift the tailbone up, lift your gaze, heart shines forward. Exhale, round through the spine, drop the tailbone down, gaze goes to your feet. Inhale, lift it up, belly drops down. Exhale, lift the belly up, high up towards the sky. Inhale, tailbone lifts. As you exhale, tailbone drops down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, round, drop the head down, gaze goes through to your feet. Do that another few times with your breath. As you inhale, you lift up. As you exhale, you round. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, round. Try and really exaggerate the movement as much as you can. Inhale, lift. Little pause maybe just before you start breathing out, pushing into the hands, down to the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. On the next inhale, we're going to come forward into a neutral spine. And take it to child's pose. Wide knees, knees to the edges of the mat, toes stay together. Sitting back to your heels, take an inhale. As you exhale, walk the hands out in front, upper body drops down, forehead down to the mat. If you find that you can't get all the way down, excuse me, stack one forearm on top of the other, forehead rests onto the forearms, or if you have a block near you, you can also use the block. Just place it right in front and then you can rest the forehead onto that block and still stretch the arms out in front. So we use blocks and forearms to make poses more accessible and more suitable for you. Really the idea is, like in child's pose and Shavasana, really no tension. It's just a moment for you to let go. Draw inwards, check in with yourself, how you are today. Just another few breaths. Coming back to that breath, here you can take a nice big breath into your belly, and that belly has no resistance underneath it, so it can drop down. You can make it nice and full breath in, breathing in, and you can draw that belly a little bit back up towards your spine. Lovely. So if you need to come to this posture at any time through the practice, always feel free to do that. The only person that needs to give you permission for that is yourself. Okay. On the next inhale, lift your gaze, come up onto all fours. Bring the knees back underneath you, tuck the toes under, lift the seat up and back. Downward dog. Just a nice slow walking of the dog. Make sure that the palms are pressing firmly down into the mat. The knuckles are pressing down, fingers are pressing down. The seat goes up and then you take the weight back towards the heels, lengthening through your spine. And then slowly walking the dog from one side to the other. So you bend one knee, extend the other leg, and then switch it around. Nice and easy. And then coming to centre, slowly start walking the hands back towards your feet, bending into the knees as you do so, allowing the upper body to drop down. Connect your chest with your thighs, hands to the mat, head drops down, nice and heavy. Hold it there. Forward fold. On the next inhale, engage your core, slowly start rolling up and coming up to standing. Roll the shoulders back, come towards the front of the mat. So I'm getting a little bit warmer. Just take this off. We're going to do a little flow before we come into Sun Salute A. Bringing the feet together, we're going to stand nice and tall in Tadasana, so we're not going to step back into plank on these first few rounds, okay? Roll the shoulders back and down, relax the fingertips down towards the earth, chin parallel to the floor, crown reaches up. Draw your belly button back to your spine. Take an inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, fold forward, long spine, head drops all the way down. Bend into the knees if you need to. Inhale, up halfway, hands to shins or fingertips to mat. Lift your tailbone so you're lengthening through the back of the legs. Exhale, forward fold all the way down, head drops down. Inhale, use your core to lift up to the sky. And you're going to exhale, twist round to the left. Keep the hips forward, left fingertips come behind, right fingertips in front. Inhale, lift to the sky. Exhale, twist right. Hips stay forward. Inhale, lift it up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Drop it all the way down, nice long spine. Bend into the knees if you need to. Inhale, halfway up, look up, lift your gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up to the sky, hands come up, lift your gaze. Exhale, twist left, fingertips drop down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist right, hips forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, look up, lift your tailbone. Exhale, all the way down, hands come down to the mat. Inhale, lift it up to the sky. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift it up to the sky. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, right side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, come up halfway, look up, lift your tailbone. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift it up to the sky. One more time. Exhale, twist left. Keep the hips forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift it up to the sky. And exhale to Tadasana, hands to the side. We're going to come to Sun Salute A. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway, look up. This time, exhale, step it back to plank, right foot, left foot. Lowering knees, hips and chest, or in a plank position, elbows track back. Inhale, push the hands down, lift your heart into Cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the seat up and back, downward facing dog. Hold it there. Just a few breaths. If you need to adjust your postures, please do. Bring the feet to close enough so that you can lift the hips up and back. Bend into the knees if you need to. On the next inhale, soften the knees, lift the gaze, step it forward, right foot, left foot, come up halfway, hands to shins or fingertips to the mat. Exhale, forward fold, drop the head down. Inhale, lift it up to the sky. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, step back, left foot, right foot. Lowering down towards the floor. If you are doing it in plank position, strong in your core. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Breathing in. Nice long breath out. Next, inhale, soften the knees, lift the gaze, step it forward, left foot, right foot, coming up halfway, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift it to the sky. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up halfway, look up. Exhale, step back, right foot, left foot, plank. Use your core to lower all the way down. Inhale, lift your heart up into Cobra. Exhale, take the seat up and back, downward dog. Come back to your breath, make that belly expand on the inhale. And then draw it back to your spine on the exhale. Next, inhale, soften the knees, lift the gaze, step it forward, right foot, left foot, coming up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, use your core, lift it up to the sky, lift your gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, step back, left foot, right foot. Lowering down towards the ground. One breath out. Inhale, lift the heart up into cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Keep pressing the hands firmly down into the mat. Knuckles pressed down, fingers down, palms down. You're going to lift up and out through the arms. Settle the seat back. On the next inhale, soften the knees, lift the gaze, step it forward. Left foot, right foot, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift it up to the sky. Lift your gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Last round. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, step back, right foot, left foot. Nice and steady. As you drop down, inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Connect back to your breath. Next, inhale, soften the knees, lift the gaze, step it forward. Right foot, left foot, coming up halfway, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift it up to the sky. Exhale, hands back to Tadasana. Lovely. Take a breath here. Inhale nice and deep in through the nose. Exhale out. Next, inhale, step it out with the right foot. Take the toes in, heels out, coming into Prasarita. Hands to the hips. Take an inhale as you lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Drop the fingertips in front. Inhale, come to the fingertips, look up. Then as you exhale, upper body drops down. Plant the hands to the floor. If that's not accessible, stay on your fingertips, that's fine. But then think about allowing the upper body to totally drop down so there's no tension, you're not lifting the head drops down, spine is long. And using the gravity of the upper body to draw you down towards the mat. Hold it there. Inhale, fingertips. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, left toes come forward, right toes angle in 90 degrees. Both arms up, shoulder height. Both legs are straight, coming into Trikonasana. Inhale, reach forward, hips back. Exhale, left hand to the shin, right fingertips reach up to the sky. Rotate the heart up towards the ceiling. Lift your gaze up towards the palm of your top hand. Hold it there. Take an inhale as you breathe out, gaze comes back down to the big toe. Inhale, lift it up, arms shoulder height. Exhale, hands to the waist, toes come in, heels out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold forward. This time you're going to keep the hands on your hips. Upper body drops down, nice and long. Spine. Again, not lifting the head. Don't look up or to the side. Allow the head to drop down towards the floor. Inhale, lift it up to the sky. Exhale, turn the left toes back out and then step the right foot in so the hips come facing forward. Reach behind, opposite elbows or prayer position. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold forward. Take your chest down towards your thigh, gaze to your big toe. Both legs are straight. You can have a little micro bend in the front knee if you need to. Now keep dropping that chest down towards your knee, towards your thigh. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, hands to the waist. We're going to come into tree position from here. You're going to inhale, shift your weight forward, and then lift your right knee up towards your chest, grab hold of it, and then just take it in towards you. Find your balance. So standing leg is switched on, nice and strong. Toes are pressing into the mat. Use your core, belly button draws back to your spine. Tailbone drops down. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, knee comes out to the side, and then you place the sole of that foot either to your the top of your thigh, calf, or drop the toes down to the floor and then rest the heel against your calf. Hands to namaste, and just gently pressing the thumbs back to your chest, hold it there. So wherever you are in your tree position is fine. If you're really, really wobbly, go and stand next to a wall. That's okay as well. Take an inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, sweep them out to the side, all the way down. Inhale, collect your right knee in towards your chest. Exhale, back to Tadasana. Well done. Take a little walk from side to side. And then coming back to standing Tadasana. Inhale, step it out with your left foot, toes in, heels out. Reach the arms behind, interlace the hands, roll the shoulders back and down. Take an inhale. Lift your heart, exhale, fold forward, bringing the arms up and over. Same as before, upper body drops down, let the head hang loose. Spine drops down, hold it there. And see if you can work with the breath here a little bit. Breathing in, there may be a little lift as you expand through the upper body. And then as you breathe out, see if you can drop forward into that space a little bit more and bringing the arms up and over, maybe just a fraction, tiny fraction more. Take an inhale, lift it up to the sky. Exhale, release the hands. Right toes forward, left toes angle in 90 degree, both legs straight, arms up, shoulder height, palms down. Take a breath out, inhale, reach forward, exhale, hands to the shin, left fingertips reach up, lift and rotate the rib cage up towards the ceiling. If you've got any problems in your shoulders or your arms, you can always drop that top arm behind you, lift that shoulder up and back, and then keep bringing that bottom shoulder, the right shoulder forward. Look up. Take an inhale. As you breathe out, take the gaze down to your big toe. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the waist, toes in, heels out. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, fold forward, fingertips come down. If you can, reach the big toes with the two first fingers to the inside of the toe, the thumb to the outside. Take the elbows out to the side. Take an inhale, look up. And then as you exhale, forward fold again. So if you can't reach the toes, that's fine. Just take the fingertips back down to the mat like we did in the first one, Prasarita A. Lifting the hips up, tailbone drops down. As you know, tailbone can lift up so you can lengthen through the back of the legs a little bit more. Take an inhale onto your fingertips. Exhale the hands to the waist. Inhale, lift it up to the sky. Exhale, right toes forward, step that left foot in, hips coming forward, reach behind. Switch your grip, opposite elbows. Lift your heart on the inhale, exhale, fold forward, over that front leg. Gaze to your big toe, both legs straight. Little micro bend if you need to in that front knee. Inhale, lift it up to the sky. Coming into tree, take an exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, left knee sweeps through. Hug it into your chest, and then just a couple of moments here to get your balance. Check through. Your feet are planted, toes are down. That right leg is switched on. Steady breath, draw your belly button back to your spine. Tailbone lengthens, take an inhale. Exhale, knee out to the side. Place the sole of that foot to the top calf or drop the toes down to the floor. Choose what works for you this morning. Hands to prayer, back to the chest. Nice and steady. So try not to arch here or round. Standing nice and tall. You need that core, the middle switched on to try and keep that balance. Take an inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands out to the side. Inhale, collect your knee, lift it up towards you. Exhale, back to Tadasana. Well done. We're going to come into Garudasana. We're going to stand nice and tall and bend a little bit into the knees as though we were going to go into chair position. You're going to take your right knee and place it over your left knee, just like we did right at the beginning when we were lying on our back and we snuggled the knees in together. That's what we need to do. And then your right foot, you want to wrap it round the back of your calf as much as you can. If it doesn't, absolutely fine. You can just, for balance, you could drop the right toes to the mat, just touch them. Or if you want to stay with the balance, then make sure that right foot is off the floor. Going to bend a little bit deeper into the knees. So your right knee is over your left knee. So you're going to take your right elbow underneath your left elbow. We're going to come into eagle arms like we did right at the beginning as well. Wrapping the forearms round, bring the palms together. Hold it there. Just find your balance. Then when you're ready, if you want to take an inhale, if you exhale, you can bend a little bit deeper into the knees and come forward. Just as far as feels okay. Steady breath and a steady gaze. Core needs to be switched on. Good. Keep it there. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, unwrap the arms, unwrap the legs. Come back to standing. A little bit from side to side. So hopefully you found that okay.
Yeah, good.
He didn't fall over, so that's good. We're going to do the other side.
I'm right on this side.
So,
I'm right on this side.
we're going to bend into the knees a little bit, so you don't have to go all the way around, but just so that you've got a little bit of give in your knees. Then take your left knee over your right knee. So the trick is to really snuggle them in close together. No daylight between your thighs, your knees. Wrap the toes round. So you can see I can't get them round to the back. But if you can, snuggle the foot in behind, please do. Or you can drop the toes to the floor, just for a little bit of support if you want to. Okay, keep your balance, core switched on. Then take your left elbow underneath your right elbow, so we'll do it the other way around now. Wrapping the forearms round until the palms come together, just to wherever you can get to. Okay, hold it there. And you may want to lift, so the same as we did when we were seated, you can lift the elbows a little bit if you want to. Find your balance, nice and steady. And then if you want to inhale, as you exhale, a little bit more bend into the knee, come forward. So you're like an eagle that's just going to go over the cliff.
I feel just like an eagle.
Oh yes. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, unwrap the arms, unwrap the legs. Well done. Walking from side to side. Okay, bringing the feet together. We're going to just do a little vinyasa down to the floor. Drop the fingertips down, belly button back to spine. Inhale, lift the arms, lift your gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Long spine. Inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, step it back, plank. Right foot, left foot, lowering down towards the floor, knees, hips and chest, all in a plank position. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Not staying here. Inhale, take one shin forward to the front of the mat, drop it down. Exhale, the other one behind, and then take it through to seated. You'll get it one day. Take the strap that you have hopefully close to you. I will also give you options without a strap, but I would prefer it if you could use a strap. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to roll down to your back. So you need to make sure you have a bit of space either side of the mat, because we are going to take the leg out to the right and to the left. Rolling down to your back. Place the strap around the ball of the right foot. Take an inhale, extend that right leg up to the sky. As you do that, run the hands down the belt until the elbows drop to the floor, and the elbows want to be snuggled in next to your rib cage. Straighten the leg, and then you lift that leg up to the point of where the knee wants to start bending. That is where you stop. So if the leg is here, a bit further down, as long as it's straight, that's fine. I want you to work with a straight leg if you can. Keep lifting. You relax the head back. So if you haven't got a strap and you need to just use your hands, you can grab your big toe, extend that leg up, and you can keep the shoulders lifted, head lifted, to get that stretch through the right leg if you want to. If not, use the strap, hold it there. Left leg is a little bit switched on, so not completely flopping around on the floor. Maybe flex that left foot. Relax the shoulders. Try not to yank on that strap and pull. It's just to help you keep it lifted. Couple of breaths. As you breathe in, keep allowing that foot to come a little bit closer towards you, but without bending into the knee. I'm going to come a bit forward. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, take that leg out to the right until you can not get down any further. Try and keep that leg lifted up towards the top right corner of your mat as much as possible. Don't allow it to drop down to the front of the mat. Keep lifting, and then you can use your left arm as counterbalance. Either left hand onto your left hip, pressing that hip down because you want to keep the hips down onto the floor, or maybe take that left arm out to the side. Hold it there. Inhale, lift the foot up to the sky. Exhale, take the straps into your left hand, and then allow that leg to travel all the way over to the left. Your hip can come off the floor now, but extend that right arm out to the side and try and keep the right shoulder down, dropping down into the mat. And again, that right leg wants to keep lifting up towards the top left corner of your mat this time. Try not to allow that leg to drop down towards the front of the mat. You keep lifting that up towards you. Inhale, lift it up to the sky. And then exhale, let go of that strap. Stretch that right leg along the floor. And just stay here for a couple of moments. Close the eyes. Come back to your breath. Enjoy that feeling of having, if you can say enjoy, actually our intention was to enjoy things today. So enjoying that feeling, hopefully, of having a slightly longer right leg than the left leg. So to even it out, we'll do the other side. Place a strap around the ball of your left foot. Inhale, extend that leg up to the sky. Run the hands down the strap until the elbows drop down to either side of your rib cage. And only extend up to where the leg can stay straight. Hold it there. Take an inhale, then as you exhale, hat the straps into your left hand, allow that leg to drop out to the left side. Keep it lifted, toes up towards you. Right hand to your right hip or right arm extends out to the side, palm up. And then inhale, take that leg all the way up and then take it over to the other side. Hands strapped to the right hand and then left arm out shoulder height. The hip can come off the floor, mumbling my words. Keep the left shoulder down, left hand extends to the left, palm up. Allowing that leg to come as far as it wants to, but keep lifting it up towards you. And then inhale, lift that leg back up towards the sky. Exhale, let go of the strap, place it next to you, drop that leg down towards the floor. And just for a moment, enjoy that feeling of having two longer legs, hopefully. Okay, taking an inhale, take the knees into the chest, hands behind knees, rock up to seated. Stretching both legs out in front of you, sitting up nice and tall. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to fold forward. Hands to the shins, or if you can reach the big toes, that's good as well. If you can reach the big toes, first two fingers to the inside of the toe, thumb to the outside, elbows out to the side.
Sit on the block.
You can sit on the block, absolutely. It will make it a lot easier. Another thing that you can do is if you have a blanket, you can roll it up and pop it underneath your knees. Or if you want to, drop the knees down towards the floor. So it's good to sit on a block for forward folds. It just makes it a lot easier and a little bit more accessible. Gaze to your big toes. Each time you breathe out, see if you can drop just a fraction further with your heart. You're leading with your heart, not rounding through the spine. You're extending through the spine, then you're melting or you're dropping that heart down towards your thigh. Take an inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the right knee. Place the sole of that foot towards the thigh of your left thigh, Take an inhale. As you exhale, fold forward. Hands to the shin. Also, you have a strap. Use the strap if you want to. That's another good option. You can place the strap around the ball of your foot. Take the hands either side. Not pulling, yanking. Please don't do that. Just use that to help you come forward a little bit. So, there's hardly any tension when I use a strap. It just gives me that I don't know how to describe it really.
Lever.
A lever, that's it. It gives you a lever just to help you. So it's an aid. not a replacement for coming forward. Inhale, let go of the strap. If you have used it, lift up. You're going to keep that right knee bent, but take the feet, that right foot back, lengthen the toes and place that right shin onto the floor. Then bend the left knee and place the sole of that foot to the inside of that right knee, sitting up tall. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to twist round to the left. Right fingertips behind you onto the floor. And you can leave your right hand on your left knee. Twist. You can take your gaze over your left shoulder. If that feels uncomfortable, you can keep looking forward. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come back to centre. Stretch the right leg out. Keep that left knee bent, placing the sole of that foot towards the top thigh. Sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale as you exhale, fold forward. So again, you can use the strap or place the hands to the shin. If you can reach the foot, place the hands either side of that front foot. If you're even more flexible than that, you can reach the hands behind the foot and then hold your wrist. Remember, it's still early in the morning. So I've been opening through the back of the legs, lengthening, but you know, it might still be a little bit too early. Takes time. And then inhale, lift, let go of the strap if you have used it. And you're going to bend that, keep the left knee bent, take that left shin back, toes to the back of the mat. Bend the right knee, place that right foot to the top of your left knee. Sit up nice and tall. Okay, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, right hand sweeps round, or just drop it to behind you onto the mat. Left hand behind your right knee. Twist round, gaze over your right shoulder. And don't forget to breathe in these postures, especially when you're twisting. Sometimes we can hold our breath. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come back to centre. And stretch the legs out wide, just as wide as they will go. Dropping the back of the knees down to the floor. Sit up nice and tall. No rounding, you're extending. Lift up. Belly button draws back to your spine. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slide the hands down. So they may just come to the shin. If you can reach the big toes, that's great. First two fingers to the inside, thumb to the outside. Take the elbows out to the side, and then upper body drops down towards the floor, into the mat. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, hands underneath the knees, bring the knees back together. Place the soles of the feet together and then drop the knees out to the side, rubbing the hands around your toes. And you may want to just walk the seat in a little bit towards your heels.
There's a block again,
Yeah, if you need to, please use a block or a cushion pillow underneath you. These kinds of postures, you want to allow the knees to drop down as far as you can, but if you are quite tight in the hips, you'll find that you're just going to be bunched up, knees up, you're rounding them probably through the spine. Elevate the seat, lift up, allow the knees to drop down. sitting up nice and tall. Take an inhale. As you exhale, just chin comes down towards your chest. Nothing else, no rounding. Hold it there. You can maybe close the eyes for a moment or gaze to your big toes. Take an inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, let go of the hands. Inhale, lift the knees up together. You're going to take an exhale, roll down onto your back, and take the knees in towards each other and take the feet to the edges of the mat and roll down. Make sure you're nice and relaxed, shoulders drop down, just to release a little bit through the lower back. That's it, nice and easy. Just a few moments here. And then we're going to come into a supported bridge, which we did last week. And I really enjoyed it, so we're going to do it again. If you don't have a block, use a pillow. If you don't have a pillow, you can also just do a normal bridge. So we'll do the supported bridge first. Take the feet back to hip width and the knees parallel. So the feet aren't out to the side. You need to make sure they are hip width apart. The feet need to be quite close to your bottom. You're going to take your block and you're going to lift up the hips and then place the block underneath you. So depending on how high you want it, what feels comfortable, you can place the block either this, facing up, or you can make it flatter. Just choose a height that's good for you. Slide it underneath and then place it kind of where your belt would sit, I guess. So it's between the lower back and the top of your bottom. Just try it and place it where it feels comfortable. It shouldn't pinch. It should just feel nice and relaxed. And once you've placed the block underneath you, release the arms back out to the side, palms facing up. If you have a pillow, you can do the same. If you need to come into a full bridge, it just means that you're going to have the arms pressing down, hands down, palms pressing down into the mat, and you're going to lift the hips up without the support of the block. Hold it there. And feel that breath shifting through the front of the body. Feel that chest expand as you're breathing in. And as you breathe out, see if you can relax into that asana a little bit more. Excuse me. Take an inhale, then as you exhale, remove the block if you have one. Slowly roll it down until the hips come back to the floor. And taking the knees from side to side. Drop them almost all the way down to the floor and then lift up to centre. Exhale, other side. See if you can connect that with your breath. Inhale up and then exhale over to the other side. Just a few times. And then next time when you come to centre, keep the knees up, hands behind the knees. Little rock up to seated, cross-leg position. Again, block underneath you if you need it. If you are cooling off like me a little bit, put a jumper back on if you need to. We're going to just come back to our attention, to a little bit of breathing and then into relaxation. So make sure you keep warm at the end because your body does cool down very quickly. And it's a little bit distracting, I think, if you don't keep warm. Sit up nice and tall, relax the knees, extend the forearms in front of the knees, connecting forefinger and thumb. The forearms just rest across the top of the knees. It's nice and tall, long spine, chin parallel to the floor, close the eyes. Coming back to that intention that we set at the beginning. So if you chose the intention of enjoying things today or things in your practice, just spend a brief moment casting your mind back over the practice, seeing maybe which bits you enjoyed, which ones you didn't, and if you didn't, why you didn't. And then let that intention go, let it float off into the distance, coming back to your breath. We're going to let that breath go, so you don't have to do that 3-part breath down into your belly. Although I think sometimes after a while, when you've been practicing a long time, you'll find that your breath will automatically, it will start getting a bit deeper even when you're not really thinking about it. But for the moment, just allow the breath to flow exactly as it wants to. So no effort and no guidance from your part, just allow it to flow. And then see if you can keep your mind on your breath, not changing it, just keeping your mind with that breath as it flows into the nose, as it drops down to wherever it wants to, and then escorting that breath back out with your mind as it leaves the body and flows out through the nose. Relax your face, relax your lips, if your mind starts thinking about something else, bring it back to your breath. And now release that mind, leaving that breath to its own devices. Slowly roll down onto your back to see if you can keep the eyes closed. Move down to Shavasana with as little disturbance as possible to yourself. Just nice and easy. Roll onto your back, stretch the legs out. If that feels uncomfortable, you can keep the knees bent and dropping in towards each other. It's a nice alternative if you've got any issues in your lower back. If you have got the legs stretched out, then make the feet go apart about 6 to 8 inches, maybe just to the corners of the mat. And we want to see if we can find a little bit of length through the back of the body as we are releasing. So taking the hands, palms up, interlace the fingers, take them around to the back of the head, to the space of your skull, and just on the neck. Slide the hands up the head. Let your head fall down into your hands. Drop the head down, then slide the hands up and place the head onto the ground. Extend the arms out to the side then, a little bit away from the body. palms facing up. And relax the shoulders, allow them to release down to the floor. And finding a little bit of length through the legs, we're going to lift the left heel, stretch it away and then drop it down. Lift the right heel, stretch it away, drop it down. A few moments in Shavasana. So the opportunity to enjoy doing nothing. The opportunity to rest. And the opportunity to give yourself permission to fully enjoy doing absolutely nothing. Each time you breathe out, drifting a little bit further away. Relaxing each body part a little bit more. Letting go. Now bringing ourselves back into the room, drawing your attention back to your body, wriggling your fingers, wriggling your toes, feeling those movements. And take a nice deep breath in through the nose and a big breath out through the mouth. So breathing in, big breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathing out. On the next inhale, sweep the arms up behind you, bring the feet together, long stretch from your fingertips to your toes. As you breathe out, bring the arms up and over, knees into the chest, give yourself a hug. Excuse me, and a rock from side to side. Then when you're ready, keeping the knees tucked, the eyes closed, roll it over to your right side. Drop the knees down to the floor, relax the legs. Use your right arm as a pillow if you want to. Then when you're ready, place your left hand to the floor, push back up to seated and a comfortable position. Cross legs or legs out in front. Use a block if you need to. Pressing the palms together, chest lifted, thumbs back into the chest. And close the practice with one round of Om. Take a breath in. Wishing your peace in your thoughts, in your words, your actions, your heart. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you very much for your practice. Well done.